Welcome to 5 Minute Nerd, where we break down your favorite nerd culture in just 5 minutes. Today we're diving deep into Season 2 of The Witcher, the Netflix series that continues the journey of Geralt of Rivia, Ciri, and Yennefer. Let's jump right into it. Season 2 picks up immediately after the chaotic events of the Battle of Sodden Hill. Geralt, believing Yennefer is dead, turns his focus to protecting Princess Cirilla, or Ciri, whom he's bound to by destiny. The first thing Geralt does is take Ciri to Kaer Morhen, the ancient fortress where he and the other Witchers train during the off-season. This is the first time the audience gets to see Kaer Morhen, and it's a momentous part of the show's lore. Here we meet Geralt's mentor, Vesemir, and other veteran Witchers like Lambert and Cohen. At Kaer Morhen, Geralt begins to help Ciri come to terms with her fate, and starts training her to become stronger, both physically and mentally. However, Ciri isn't just any young girl. She possesses mysterious, dangerous powers that are still beyond her control. Her visions of death and destruction leave her haunted, and as the season progresses, it becomes clear that Ciri's destiny will change the course of the continent. Her elder blood, a rare and powerful lineage tied to the elves, begins to play a larger role in her development. Meanwhile, Yennefer's story takes a darker turn. Having unleashed her full chaos magic at the Battle of Sodden Hill, Yennefer is presumed dead, but is actually captured by Nilfgaardian forces. Struggling without her magic, Yennefer embarks on a desperate quest to regain her power. Without her magic, Yennefer feels a deep sense of loss, as she's always defined herself by her strength. Her journey this season isn't just about regaining her magic, but about finding out who she is without it. This storyline adds emotional depth to her character, as she confronts the brutal reality of being powerless in a world where power is everything. Her journey takes her to Aretuza, where she becomes caught up in the political machinations of the Brotherhood of Sorcerers. Her former mentor, Tissaia, and other mages continue to play a prominent role as the war with Nilfgaard intensifies. The Brotherhood's distrust of Yennefer grows as rumors of her siding with Nilfgaard spread. As Yennefer grapples with her struggles, Geralt and Ciri's bond deepens at Kaer Morhen. Ciri pushes herself to the brink in training, determined to face her destiny head-on. Geralt, however, is cautious. He wants to protect Ciri from the dangers of the world, but her growing powers and her visions of a mysterious force, later revealed as the Wild Hunt, make it clear that Geralt can't shield her from everything. Ciri's arc is filled with discovery, as she learns not only about combat but also about the magic within her. Her elder blood connects her to long-forgotten histories, and it's hinted that her power could shape the future of the world. One of the standout moments in Season 2 is the introduction of new monsters and the consequences of dark magic. Geralt faces off against a mutated Leshy, a forest monster with dangerous tendril-like limbs that cause chaos among the Witchers. This fight isn't just a thrilling action sequence, it serves as a metaphor for the unintended consequences of chaos magic. It's revealed that Ciri's powers might be tied to the increased number of mutated monsters appearing across the continent. As the season progresses, Yennefer's path crosses with Geralt and Ciri. After Yennefer loses her powers, she becomes entangled in a dark bargain with a mysterious entity called the Deathless Mother, an ancient demon-like figure trapped in a hut. Yennefer is manipulated into believing that she can regain her magic if she sacrifices Ciri, which leads to a significant betrayal. Yennefer's inner conflict between her desire for power and her growing sense of responsibility culminates in a tense confrontation with Geralt and Ciri. But instead of following through with the betrayal, Yennefer redeems herself by sacrificing her own desires to protect Ciri. Throughout the season, the political landscape grows even more complex. Nilfgaard continues its march across the continent, with Emperor Emhyr pulling strings from the shadows. The elves, led by Francesca and Filavandrel, form a precarious alliance with Nilfgaard in hopes of regaining their lost homeland. Francesca's pregnancy becomes a symbol of hope for the elven people, but tragedy strikes when her newborn is killed in a brutal act of vengeance. This event sparks the elves' desire for revenge, further escalating the tension between Nilfgaard, the northern kingdoms, and the elven resistance. The season builds to a thrilling conclusion when Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri face off against the Deathless Mother. This ancient evil had been manipulating Yennefer and others throughout the season. The battle highlights Ciri's raw potential as she confronts her inner fears and powers. With the help of Geralt and Yennefer, she gains more control over her abilities, though the full extent of her powers remains a mystery. In the final moments of the season, we get a chilling glimpse of the Wild Hunt, a spectral group of warriors who are hunting Ciri. This ominous revelation sets the stage for the larger, world-changing events yet to come. Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri end the season united, but the dangers that lie ahead will test their newfound alliance. And that wraps up today's episode of 5-Minute Nerd. Until next time, when we'll dive into another nerd culture favorite, keep nerding out. To keep getting nerd culture broken down in 5 minutes, don't forget to like and subscribe.